Hi guys, so I'm gonna do a quick video of the Mexican flag, La Bandera Mexicano, because it is Mexican Independence Day on Sunday. So here in Mexico, how it works is the 15th of September in la noche, in the nighttime, is el grito se llama. So it's called el grito, which is in English is called the cry of the soldier. So basically it's when they cried out for the war, when they won the war. It's el grito, the cry. And that happens at midnight on the 15th of September. On September 16th is Dia de la Independencia, which is Independence Day in Mexico. So I just thought I would jump on and make a flag for Mexico. And the colors are, let's put them in order. So actually it's gonna be green, white, red, and then brown. We're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna try to maybe embroider the eagle. I'm sure everyone's familiar with how the Mexico flag looks. It has an eagle sitting on a cactus holding a snake in its mouth. Don't know how detailed I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm hoping to at least, of course, get the cactus and then the eagle and a little bit of like the snake hanging down. As of the major details, I don't think I can. So anyways, you're gonna need a yarn needle. You're gonna need some scissors, and I'm going to use a size 3 crochet hook. All right, so let me get this all in order and we'll get started. One thing, this is a disclaimer, I've never done this before. It doesn't seem hard. I'm assuming, excuse me, that I can just work back and forth in rows because all it is going to be basically like a rectangle, right? Again, I am worried about making the eagle, so we'll see. All right, so I'll be back. Okay, so what I forgot to mention is I'm using worsted weight yarn, size, this is a 4 weight. I don't know, I've had these for years. So this one's Craft Smart. I believe this is Michael's brand. Again, I've had it probably for, I don't know, years. This one, Mainstay, this one is Walmart, and then this one, I think, okay, it's also for Michael's. And the brown is Red Heart. This is probably gonna be too thick, so I think what I'm gonna do, I think I have a thinner brown for a different yarn that's from here in Mexico. I might end up using that one, but this is what I grabbed right now. So again, I'm just gonna do a chain of what the size I think I want it to be. So if you've never crocheted before, you're gonna do a slip knot first, which you're gonna grab this, you're gonna wrap it around your finger like that, and then you're gonna pull this one through, push it through, and then pull it up. And then there's your slip knot. So I'm just gonna chain, I don't know, let's see, 20. I wanted a kind of a medium size, a decent size, because I want to put it in my car. So I think that I'm going to start with 20 and see. So it's good. You're going to chain 20. So you have your hoop on your hook and you're going to yarn over and pull through. And yarn over, pull through. You're just going to continue to do that 20 times. And we're starting with the green because the flag from the pole, right? It's green, white, and red, just like right here, okay? So we have 8, 9. So go ahead and do 20 and meet me back here. Okay, so I have 20 here and I'm gonna chain one more. So that could be our turning chain, okay? So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So not this one here that we're coming out from, you're gonna wanna go right under that one, okay? And you know what I think I'm gonna do so it doesn't look weird, I'm gonna turn it around and we're gonna work in this back hoop here that's sticking up better. So I'm gonna flip it. So here's our one and here's our second chain. We're gonna flip it and we're gonna go into the back hoop right there, okay? So you should have 2 hoops on your hook and you're gonna yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over and pull through. That's our first single crochet, okay? So this is all gonna be just single crochets. I could do half double or double, but it's gonna leave too much of a gap and I don't want that. So we're gonna just do single crochets, okay? So now you're gonna go into the next one here, which is that one hoop, and you're gonna yarn over, pull through, Now we have 2 hoops, yarn over, pull through, another single crochet. I'm gonna actually check to see how this is coming out and see if it's gonna work well with the flag of how I'm doing it once I get maybe halfway. And then if not, I'll just take it apart and do it the normal way, but it should be fine. So far I like how it's working out. So if you guys can't see, if you guys can't see what I'm talking about, so this is the top of the chain that we created, and if you turn it around, it's upside down, and there is, it's kind of hard to see, but there's 1 hoop right here. You guys see that? That's sticking out. So if you flip it around, we still have our 2 hoops right there, and we're going through the back, which is the 1 hoop there. Okay, and we're gonna do that all the way around. All the way down. Okay, so let's do that one more time. We're gonna go through this back one right here. And just be careful not to turn your chain, because it could turn on accident. It could turn on accident. So just make sure that you're mindful and that you're staying in this right here, in this back loop only, okay? And not the back, like the back loop as in the V-stitch, the bottom of it, okay? The back of it completely, the bottom of the stitch. Okay, so let's continue to do that, and I'll meet you back here at the end. Okay, so now we're at the last stitch right here, and it's popping up right there. If you guys can see that, you're just gonna go through that last stitch there, yarn through, yarn over, and pull. So you should end with a chain of 20 still, because remember we chained 20 and we did a chain 1 to help us turn, so we didn't lose a stitch anywhere. And see, for what I wanted is for it to be a little bit of a better straight, and for it to look like this on the side. I don't know if you guys can notice that, how my lighting is, but I wanted it to have like that straight edge right there. So because this is gonna go on, oh, also you're gonna need a dowel. I forgot to bring it, so I'll grab that a little bit later. But so far I'm really liking this size. This is the size I was more or less going for. If you could see that. This is the size I was more or less going for, and I'm can you see? I'm pretty happy with that. Let me see what it measures to. I forgot to get my tape measuring. Just curious. Let's see what it. So in centimeters, it's gonna be 11. Yeah, 11 centimeters, which is good. I love this little thing. I got it from Temu. It's actually on one of the haul videos that I've done. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is oh, I also have to do a new video about that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna chain 1, we're gonna turn our work, and now we're just gonna work normally. Okay, we're gonna work through both of the stitches. I personally like to always go into my chain 1. I just feel like it makes it look a little neater. So we're gonna go into our chain 1, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. Okay, so now we're just gonna single, this whole project is gonna be just single crocheting back and forth, back and forth. I don't know how wide I want it to be yet. Again, I'm just gonna keep going back and forth until I think it looks good, and to see, you know, and then we'll figure out how many rows I ended up doing. So again, you're just gonna single crochet all the way back, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, go through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're just gonna continue once again, single crocheting all the way back, and you should end with 20 stitches, okay? So actually just go ahead and continue to do that with our green. And you will know before I do how many rows of green I'm gonna end up doing. You'll know within a couple seconds. I'll know within a minute or so. All right, guys. So we'll meet you back. I'll meet you back here, and I'll let you know exactly how many rows of green I ended up coming out with, okay? Don't forget to go into this last stitch really quick, because if not, we won't have a straight edge here, okay? So make sure that you always find that last stitch. You're gonna chain one and you're gonna turn your work, and you're gonna crochet into the first stitch where your chain one came out of, and you're gonna do another single crochet, okay? So continue to do that again, and we'll meet you back, well, I'll meet you back here, okay? So actually, let's put it this way. So this is what we have so far for our flag. Okay, so this is what I have so far. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I ended up doing 10 single crochet rows. And it ended up being about 2.5 inches and would be about 6 centimeters. Yeah. So now what we're gonna do is before I chain one, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my white yarn. Everybody can do a color change, you know, how they prefer, but this is the way I'm gonna do it. So I was thinking of fastening off and just starting from there, which I think that's what I'm actually gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and do basically a slip stitch and fasten that off. I'm gonna leave a little bit of a tail so I can sew it in, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another slip knot. So you remember, go over your finger, over, push this one through, and then just pull that through, okay? And make it the size that you need. So I'm just going to actually, since we here, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my work so that this, where we just fastened off, is on this side so we can continue the flow. I'm gonna stick my yarn, my hook through that corner where we fastened off, and I'm gonna pull this white yarn through. I made it a little ugly there, so let's pull that through. Okay, and then I'm gonna make that hoop smaller. Okay, so now I'm gonna chain one. This is also optional, but I like to tie my ends together. You don't have to. You can just pull them over here, and we're gonna crochet over the tail, but I'm gonna also tie it. I'm gonna do both. So I'm just gonna tie a knot. There's that. I just feel like it's just a little more, I don't know, secure. Okay, so now I'm gonna crochet over my tail. So I'm just gonna put them over here. See that right here? I'm gonna pull them through up top here. So now remember, we're gonna crochet to where we went through that slip stitch. It's gonna be a little hard to find, but just it's right there where the white's coming out. Remember to pull your tails through. You're gonna yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through, okay? So that's what we did our change, and now we're just gonna continue to single crochet 20 single crochets all the way across, crocheting over our tails right here. Go through there, yarn over, and we're gonna continue to do that until we get to the end all the way. Again, you're gonna end with 20 single crochets, and we're gonna keep the row count the same because we want obviously for our flag to have the same amount of numbers for the color of the flag, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 10 rows of single crochet. You're gonna do 20 across, chain one, turn your work, and then you're gonna single crochet in the same stitch as your chain one, and then you're gonna continue to crochet all the way to the end, and you're just gonna repeat that until you have 10 rows of the white. And again, don't forget to go into the very last stitch right here, because sometimes it's a little hidden and you don't want your flag or any crochet project to go a little crooked, okay? So this is what we have so far here. And this is how it's coming so far. like that. And this is where we changed our color down here. So I like how that, you know, came out. So this is what we're gonna do again. So we'll meet back up. Okay, so our last 2 stitches of the white, single crochet, and then again go in this last stitch, single crochet, chain 1, and we're gonna fasten off. And we're gonna cut our yarn, pull through, and then that's, looks like my white yarn is a little thicker, and sometimes that happens, but I'm just gonna leave it. I'm thinking I just might do, well, this is gonna have the escudo, the eagle in the middle, so it's gonna actually even it out. So this is what we have so far. I don't know if it's coming out crooked because the way I have to have my phone set up right here, so that's what we have so far. Okay, so it would be like that for you guys. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch to my red, and my red looks actually thicker than the white and the green, but we'll see. Okay, so we're gonna switch to red, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're doing, remember our slip knot? Okay, like that. Yeah, it feels way thicker. You see the difference? And they're all 4 weight. What is this one? Yeah, it's the same brand too. Okay. So we're gonna flip because this is where we fastened off at, and I want to start from there. Okay. So we're gonna put our hook in this hole right here where we fastened off at. Okay, and I'm gonna pull my hoop through. Again, this is optional. You don't have to do this. Again, I don't know. I've always done it that way. I just like to do it that way. So I'm gonna move my tails out of to the side really quick. I'm gonna chain 1 with the new yarn, which is the red. And then I'm gonna tie a knot with these 2 tails as we did before. And then I'm going to crochet over those. Okay, so once again, we're gonna crochet single crochet into that first stitch because I don't count my chain 1 as a chain. So now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do 20 single crochets all the way across. I'm gonna try to hide that knot. All the way across until we have 20. You're gonna chain 1, turn your work until you have 10 rows. Okay, and we're gonna continue just to crochet over those tails, just like we did with the green and white. And just to show you, you can't even see, you can't tell anything of where we crocheted over the tails at. Okay, so just continue doing that, and we're gonna meet back up here as soon as we have our red complete. Remember, 10 rows. Okay, so we have our last 2 stitches here, so I'm gonna single crochet in those last 2. Last single crochet, chain up 1, and then we are gonna fasten off. Okay, pull your yarn all the way through and pull it tight so that we did a fasten off there. So this is what it's looking like so far. The red does look bigger. So if you guys happen to have a situation like this where the one color is thicker than the other, maybe do 1 less row. I'm debating if I should take 1 row out because it even stretched it a little bit. But I mean, it's not gonna matter. It's gonna go on a stick. Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna see what happens. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull out, hopefully without ruining it, this last row and see how it looks with just 9 rows. Here we go. If nothing, if it's not a big deal. If anything, I'll just recrochet it, redo it. But let's go ahead and pull this so it doesn't go anymore. And I think that's better. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think that looks better. And it's okay that it's curling up a little bit. It's a flag, so I mean, I'm not too worried about that when I put it on the stick, on the dowel stick, like the flagpole, because it's gonna look like it's flapping in the wind. I'll go ahead and insert a picture somewhere of what the Mexican flag looks like, just in case. Well, it's actually, oh no, never mind. That's my other. Okay, so I'll insert a Mexican flag so you guys, for Mexico, so you guys can see what it looks like just in case. But I like how it is kind of swirly. I don't want it to just be flat like that because I do want to put it on the pole like if it's standing like that. I don't know if we can, like that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave it at 9 rows. If you have the same size of yarns, which supposedly these are all 4, but you know, just sometimes I think when they dye the yarn, it does have a lot to do with how thick it ends up, or even sometimes the softness of it. I'm gonna just leave the 9 rows of the red because it did end up being thicker. So I'm actually gonna fasten off right here. And I'll just throw this in my scrap yarn, no big deal. Pull this through once again, and there we have it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up my work and just cut off any small little things that might be popping out. I think that was the only one. And I'm gonna sew this tail in. So just get your darning needle and pull your yarn through. And I think I'm going to, this is going to be my back, and I'm just going to push my yarn needle through here. And I'm going to go ahead and stay on the edge right here, but only in the back. Try not to come through the front like I just did. Okay, just stay through the back so that way it doesn't pop through the front. Pull it through. Pull your corner back up because sometimes it gets a little pulled down. And then I'm going to actually backtrack again, and I'm going to go this way again, and then pull that through. Gets a little harder the second time. Okay, and again, just make sure that it didn't wrinkle anything up anywhere. And that would be actually good to cut it, but I'm just gonna go down one more time. And then that way I don't cut it right here at the top. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that as close to my yarn as possible. And then we'll do the same thing to this side. We'll sew that in. And then I have to go grab the dowel, but that's actually last. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew this in a minute. But there we have it. There's our flag so far. It's kind of close. There's our flag so far. What I'm gonna do is look at a picture of the flag so I can see exactly, so I can try to like sketch out what the eagle. The cactus is gonna come down here, and then the eagle will be standing on it, and then the snake hanging out of the mouth. If I can't do it, what I'm also thinking of is maybe just printing out something from online and just hot gluing it on there. But we'll see. I might be able to do it. So we'll meet back up here. I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do, and I'll meet you guys back. Okay, so I'm gonna try to show you. I did this one so far, and I'm pretty much liking how it's looking. This one has 3, but since mine is smaller, I'm just gonna do the 2, and then I'm gonna start my next one down here. So I'm just gonna go through here and then go down a little bit, and you want to work kind of like in a U, kind of, or like a big wide U, like that. I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna go through this one like twice to make it a little thick. Sorry, I ate some chips with salsa and it was very spicy. Okay. So now I'm gonna move over this way a little bit and I'm gonna try to keep it lined up. Like that. Go back down through there. Okay, and then now these are like, this one has 4. For mine, 2 is gonna be fine. Now I'm gonna start with these things facing that way. They're a little bit different, so I'm gonna see if I can maybe try to, actually let me do this little thing in the middle here. So I'm gonna just try to do like a little circle. See if I can get that, like a little circle right there. Oops, I kept pulling my tail. Okay, and I'm just gonna fill in the middle right here. It's not really a circle, but it's okay. Might have to cut that tail, it keeps getting in my way. That's about right. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I hope you guys can hear me. I forgot to grab my AirPods. Now I'm gonna start, like I said, working this way. It looks like it has kind of like a little stem right here. I can't see, a little stem right here. So this that I'm making is just for me, for my, wanted to see if I could. I wanted one. And I was gonna buy one for my car, but I just haven't had time. I was thinking of putting this one in my car. Made it a little, I wanted it big, but now I'm thinking it might be a little too big to put like, I don't want to put it outside because it's gonna get dirty, but I don't know. We'll see where I put it at. Okay, so now I'm gonna just kind of go up this way a little bit. And then I'm gonna try to jig jag a little bit. So just kind of do what you feel looks good and where you think it looks good at. See, honestly, I'm just gonna leave it like that, and I'm gonna do one more up here, a little more, because the back is not coming out too nice though. Maybe I'll crochet. How should I do this? It's a little off center here. Maybe, that's fine. Maybe I'll crochet another part to like cover the back, to like encase it. I'm gonna do one more. I'll be right back. Okay, so the other side seemed to be working way better for me than this one is, but I'm gonna make these a little thicker, like that. There we go. That looks better, way better. Okay, So I'm gonna go down here again too. And I'm gonna go ahead and make another part of this to sew it together so I can't see, because I guess it's just this one. Oh, look, we're good. It's not looking bad at all. Okay. So we'll go through there. And I will do one more, so it could be even with this side. So like around here. Actually, because I don't want it to jump up so high, because that's what I didn't like. I'm gonna start from the bottom and work my way up. So let's start from down here. And we're gonna go up like that. And then right here. And I don't know, this is just going by what I'm looking at. It is a little off right here, but you know, it's okay. I think I'm gonna do, where did I come out from the bottom? I think I'm gonna do one little more point down here just to make it a little longer, like that. And like that. And then maybe that's gonna do. Okay, so that's, oh goodness. So that's gonna have to do. Now I'm gonna leave this connected because I still need to do the cactus. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of red right here. Oh wait, I have red here. I'm gonna put a little bit of red down here. Okay. So it's just like one little piece that goes like right, actually goes right on top. Like that. And right here. And then a little flap. You know what? That's gonna be good enough for me. Okay, so this is like a gold. I think I have one somewhere, but I don't know where. So I'm gonna just do yellow. And it's gonna go like right here. And just gonna go right here. So you guys, when you do it, I was gonna draw me a little bit of an outline or like mark it with something, and I didn't, but it's fine. Oops. Sorry for moving the phone. And your guys' is probably gonna come out better than mine, which is wonderful. As I said, I'm just doing it just from what I'm looking at. So now I'm just gonna color this in with the yarn. So I'm just gonna go back and forth. I think that's fine. Okay. It has some little lines on it. I don't know if how detailed I'm gonna get to this. Great, I need blue, and I forgot to get blue. Oh, I could have used this color for that, but okay. So I'll do the little blue part in a minute, but right now I'm gonna actually work on the cactus, and I'm gonna cut this actually a little lower, smaller. See if that kind of helps. And I'm gonna pick up this green yarn again that I didn't cut and see. Let's see, here goes nothing. Okay. Where am I? Down here. So I'm gonna try to pull it across, and it comes out, looks like through the middle, so I'm gonna come out through right here, see what happens with that. Okay, and then now I'm gonna go up. I can't see this. I'm gonna go up, and I'm working on the cactus, the part that the eagle is actually standing on. So I'm gonna go like that. I'm actually gonna go around right here, come down, and then I'm gonna come back out through here again. Oh, I came through, wait, what is that? Oh, this is my tail. Okay, and then now I'm going to come back up here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually pull this over a little bit like that. And I'm gonna start this other side like that. You know what I was doing wrong though too is I'm looking at that and I'm trying to do it as big as it is on the handkerchief, but I have to remember that my working space obviously is not as wide, so I'm gonna come down here, pull that a little too tight, so no problem, just loosen that up. And then I'm gonna come under here because I want this to be a little more round. See if I can pull that out a little like that. Okay, and then now I'm gonna come back down here. And up here again. And I'm gonna just fill that in also. I'm really too pleased with how this last part turned out, but I can probably fix it right now. That top part needs to be more round than what it is. So I'm actually going to pull this out that way. And I'm gonna come up here. Like that. Make it, there we go. Make it, and then this side too. Where's my hook? I'm starting to lose a little light. And then I'm gonna fill this last little part in here. Actually, I could have left it like that, but okay, I'm gonna do this side now. Make that a little like that. And gonna do one here. It's actually not too bad in the back. Okay, so now what we want to do is like one more over here. So this one is gonna, I'm gonna try to go out this way. Like that. I'm trying to do it so I can make sure that I leave enough space for the eagle, because it's looking a little. Okay guys, so you basically seen how I'm doing it. I'm gonna work off camera with this, because if not, it's gonna be a really long video. More or less you see how I'm doing it, and again, I'm just winging it because I don't know. So you guys can just go ahead and use your imagination and your skills that you have and go ahead and create this part the best you can. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll jump back on when I have it done. Okay, but so far this is where we are. This is what I'm trying to do, and again, it's gonna be on a smaller scale. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish working on that. I'm gonna make another cactus here, another one here, and then work on the eagle. And we'll meet back up here. Okay guys, so I'm back, and I'm gonna just continue embroidering this. And I was gonna do it off camera because I don't really know exactly where to go in through, so I was just wanted to jump on and tell you guys, just, you know, basically do the form of the eagle as best you can, and then you know, shade it in, because it's not gonna be, you know, perfect unless you know how to draw really well. Then probably you would have better luck. Forgot to grab my reference of my handkerchief. I'm gonna go here for like kind of, I think I'm gonna just finish to the outline, and then then I'm gonna come up here, because the snake I plan to do like right there. So if this is something you're not interested in, just fast forward a little bit more, or fast forward till you pass when I'm finished with the embroidery of it. And let me go back here a little bit more. Yeah. All right, so just continue to try to form the eagle the best you can. And we'll meet back up here. I think he has a couple of feathers sticking up. Let me grab my handkerchief. I forgot to grab it before I start digging, and meet you back. So I'm using that as a reference, and this is what I have so far. Not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna go down here, and then here, and then I think I'm gonna come up here to try to form the wings. And this one does have like a little bit of gold or yellow, but it doesn't matter. It just depends, you know. I'm not gonna do that shading on it. I'm gonna go up a little tiny more because I'm actually getting a little too high up here. Should have did it probably a little smaller in scale. But honestly though, I'm liking it, guys. I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out. It's coming out better than I actually thought it was so far. So I'm gonna start coming down this way. And just go back in where you come out from so that you can keep going down. Go back in here. I'm gonna start curving it a little bit, like this part. Can you see? This part going down. And we're getting here, so I think now I'm just gonna start doing the little feather parts. So I'm gonna come up from here, come back down here, like that, and then probably another little point down here, come up here, and back down here, and then up here. I think I'm gonna kind of jump back. I'm gonna come up here because I want to go over here maybe and do another, maybe I could do one here because I feel like it needs at least one more. Let's see if I could sneak a small one in there. It didn't kind of work out. I would like to put one like right here. It's fine. So I'm gonna come up back here again, and maybe I'll just do a longer one right here, close to the cactus. There we go. And then I'll come back up here. And then now I'm just gonna fill it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill it in right now, and then I'll meet you guys back here. I'm just gonna go back and forth close together until I fill in the whole inside of the eagle. Okay, so let's continue to do that, guys, and I'll meet you back here when I'm done with that. Okay guys, so I went ahead and worked off camera, and this is how I have it. Really not too happy with this part. This is supposed to be the eye, and then like the little feathers going up like that. And then here's the snake's head, the beak, and then part of the snake. Part of the snake is yellow. I think I should have just did it green, but and then the snake kind of goes into the cactus. Here's the red flowers. Here's the tail of the snake. I think I might put a black line through it so you can kind of see that that's the rattle. The wings, I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. Just right here, I kind of started running out of space. I wish I would have did the white a little bigger. Or try to do this smaller, but it was really hard. I probably could, but I don't know. I'm happy with it. These probably could have been a little thicker too, but also I'll see how I was running out of space. So, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. So I got my dowel. I did forget to mention this in the beginning of the video that you will be needing this. So we're just going to now attach it to here. Also on the top of the flag, it has like a ribbon of red, white, and green. So I think I'm gonna, and I think it has a little bit of gold on the tip of that. I have to double check. But I'm gonna go ahead and chain a couple, probably just one single crochet, like one chain of each color, and then we'll attach it to the top of the flag here. I think it goes here. I'm gonna double check the reference of the actual flag, and then we're gonna attach this onto this dowel. Okay, so it would look like that. Okay, let me grab my other yarns and I'll be right back.